Can I say a few things about Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche?
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to do that because he's become increasingly important to me in recent years. Of course, he's one of Sangharakshita's teachers from when he was living in Kalimpong. I was introduced to Dilgo Khyentse. He actually died the year before I came across Buddhism, and I came across him before I was a Buddhist or even knew anything about Buddhism, and that is I lived in Brighton, and there was the Brighton Festival on, and Matthew Ricard, one of Dilgo Khyentse's great disciples, was doing a slideshow of Dilgo Khyentse and all these marvellous photographs that he'd taken on Dilgo Khyentse's trip back to Tibet. And it was one of these instant things that I sort of fell in love with him in a way. It was just like there was compassion just radiating from every pore in his body. And of course there have been recently there have been two DVDs about Dilgo Khyentse. The latest one is called Brilliant Moon, and even if you've got the other one, it's well worth having Brilliant Moon. What I was struck by was some of the interviews, one with Matthew Ricard and one with Sogyo, where they, in a really lovely way, just take it for granted that Dilgo Khyentse was enlightened. You know, that how fortunate they feel to have served and have been in touch and to have lived at the time of an enlightened being. And I was really heartened to hear that because, although my experience, if you like, is just based on intuition and so on, and of course on the many books that exist of Dilgo Khyentse's teachings, which the Padmakara publishing have made such a good job of, often with the help of Matthew Ricard. I've just come to soak up, I suppose, a lot of his teachings, and he very much features in my meditations in a very direct way. So he's a very important figure to me, just as important as any of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And yeah, I consider him a very important teacher to me, even though I will never meet him, even though I just have his books and the vision of him. I think he's the most beautiful person in body and mind, even though most of the pictures that I have of him is of a very old man. But the beauty that he has just shines out of him, out of his enlightened state.